Show me your news here with the last E3 conference for Monday night, the big one with all four. It's Sony. And last year they were in a position of power. Microsoft was making all of these goofs. Sony came in and Jack Tretton.
That's what we do called sweep the floor.
Oh, excuse me, Jack Trenton's version of tossing the mic over the shoulder.
It's a different position this year, though. Yeah. We've been talking at dinner, and we're like, this feels different.
Yeah.
It could go really well.
They're either going to get killed. They're either going to get killed, or they're going to kill it.
Yeah, it's going to be one or the other.
Being mad isn't enough this year.
Right.
It's true.
Because that's the thing. Because we, it's not like Sony's entire presentation has been spoiled for us already through leaks.
Yeah.
So this is the actual, unknown in this whole day.
The surprises of E3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The what is to be, because right now Holiday 14 is looking pretty barren for the first party Sony games.
Yeah.
And you don't want to have a PS4 has no games sort of thing. You don't want that.
Especially after Microsoft announced, you got Halo, you have Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, Forza Horizon.
Forza. Yeah.
I mean, they brought it with a good conference this morning, afternoon.
They said they were starting with the 2014 games, and then they're going to do the 2015 games, and they were on the 2014 games until at least the last half hour.
Yeah, they did two. They did 2/3 2014, 1/3 2015.
Yep.
It was amazing.
Sony cannot have Drive Club, a delayed PlayStation 4 launch title, be the front runner for their 2014 first party software. Like it can't. And like you said, like this is the one that hasn't had the majority of it leaked or already revealed. So it's going to be very interesting.
My only fear is, as I told you guys while we were eating, what if they don't have anything to leak?
They can't have nothing.
Well, yeah.
They're Sony.
It's weird though that we're we're apprehensive and like, oh, Sony, because we haven't had things leaked for us.
It's Sony. It's huge.
We've gotten used to them.
PS3 had no game though.
This is the anticipation of E3. Uncharted 4 is one of my most anticipated games of the show. I cannot wait to see whatever presence that has. Of course, there's Smash Brothers, there's Zelda Wii U. Can't wait for those, but Uncharted 4 can't wait. And
that's not holiday 2014.
Gotta say it. Last Guardian. Does it happen?
Does it happen? Does it happen?
I said yes in our Show Me Your News contest.
I'm a skeptic.
I'm a skeptic, but at the same time, I feel like if it's not announced here,
it's done.
I don't.
Yeah.
I don't want it to be.
Though also, if it's not announced, it doesn't mean Sony fails. And we were saying you're also saying that if it's just Uncharted and just Last Guardian, that's not enough. You need more.
Because those are not 2014 releases.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Because all your stuff was leaked doesn't mean your conference was any weaker. But
it didn't help it.
No, it didn't. But
it doesn't help it, but it doesn't hurt it either necessarily.
We're getting the content either way.
Right.
So that's what ultimately matters.
We're apprehensive, we're nervous, but we're excited.
It's Sony. I mean, they have a lot of IPs they could announce. They have amazing, old school backlog category. We still have to wait and see what PlayStation Now is going to be.
Oh, that's true. Project Morpheus. There's a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
We're 5 minutes into the show. Let's see what you got, Sony.
No Wonder Book.
No Wonder Book.
It's the end of a long day. And Sony ended the night. They didn't get killed. We were talking about that. Kill or get killed. I think they matched Microsoft. I think they're very even. I think it could be personal preference, which you like better, because each kind of had their flaws in a way.
I say because there was no leaks, Sony felt stronger. But reviewing it, both really strong.
Both very strong.
Very strong.
Yeah.
They also got an extra half hour, so there was more opportunity for them to reveal things.
The extra half hour may have been from the part where they
grinding.
I'll give you
that.
Grinding.
The engine stalled. The engine stalled, and it started to plummet.
We're going down.
So, a lot of stuff to cover. I need more notes on this one than any other.
Yeah.
They start strong with Destiny. We knew that was going to be a big part. They're really throwing their hat in the ring there as far as partnership goes. They showed Order.
Well, don't forget, there's an alpha for Destiny this Thursday.
Right. The white PS4 bundle.
Yep.
Nope.
Didn't announce price.
No price point on it, though.
360,
no price point.
They had a couple moments where one of our questions was talking about the price value for PlayStation. They didn't talk price on that value. If that was $3.99 and they included a game, that would have counted.
Yep.
Not mentioned so
No.
far. Yet we judge at the end of E3.
Right.
Yeah.
Same thing when we were talking about the camera and Project Morpheus. Project Morpheus gets a mention, but talking about we took the camera away, they didn't say we're going to include it back in for for free.
Yeah.
Didn't
They
mention
talked
that.
about a good value, but then they didn't.
They didn't do anything with
They
it.
didn't elaborate on that.
Bigger story.
Cool to have the game Entwined be out now. I don't want to go through all of these. It was kind of looking a little bit slow. We got the cool Infamous Second Son DLC. Little Big Planet 3.
Boom!
Media
It
Molecule.
just shows
All of a
up.
sudden, it's like, what?
Great surprise after they said, we're not going to be at E3.
Yes.
Sackboy is friends. They can't demo their game well.
Yeah, that was kind of
No,
weird.
they need to practice
Sack
on
Dog.
that. There's Odd Sock, Toggle, and Swoop.
Sack Dog.
Sack Doge.
Sack Doge.
Doge.
Far Cry 4 looks great to see the gameplay of that. And then Adam Boyes comes out and he's doing his thing. Great segment, I think.
Overall.
Where you're just getting the letters and how do we respond to that?
That was fun.
Very excited for Grim Fandango.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
I think
that was amazing.
That is what I think will get the mass PC people really excited.
Yeah.
Because I had one of my friends specifically. I remember going over to his place and watching him play Grim Fandango. I think the old school adventure game players will be like, "Oh my god, I can play Grim Fandango again."
Yeah, and it sounds like they're gonna rebuild
Yeah.
it.
Yep.
Not just a straight port. So great for
Straight
that.
port
And that it
Weird.
showed Tim Schafer and
Yeah.
having him
That was-
involved with it. Hopefully,
that was
will be
funny.
huge.
That was fun.
Buzz, I know you're hyped for Magica 2.
Oh yeah,
I know you're
That was
hyped,
a
Buzz.
great trailer. That
That
entire
was poor
segment.
kitty.
Yeah, poor
Yeah,
kitty.
I
It
know.
hurt me
that
right
poor
in the
cat.
feels.
What are you going to do?
PlayStation Now, we've got July 31st. We have a
For
date
the
for
open
an open
beta.
beta.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's open. It's open beta for PlayStation 4. They add PS3 and Vita later. They're starting to get that rolling, though. They didn't mention price point. It's a little surprising.
They said they're
That's
going to be
surprising.
working with the people once the beta starts to determine a good price point. So I'm glad that they're going. It sounds like they're going to take into account consumers and players' input on that and what they think.
And
When
just
they
by
said
sheer
that was,
volume of usage.
100 plus PS3
100
titles.
plus PS3 titles. I mean, they've been only testing
library.
so many.
Mm-hmm.
Not too many in the closed beta. So that'll be interesting to see. And this was starting to get part of when they're talking about the products and services, and it really started to slow down with Sean Layden. I mean, good for him. Getting out there on stage for the first time. He's new at it to be in that role.
That's true.
But he was a slow, deliberate Reggie Fils-Aimé-like speaker, and
With
when-
none of the ready bodies.
That's
Yeah.
just not the pace that you needed right there.
it was a little tough. I mean, he did have good announcements like the PlayStation Now stuff, PlayStation TV.
Yeah.
Good to see that come to the West.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I want Vita stuff on my TV. I want to stream
Yeah,
Vita
Tales
stuff.
of Hearts R will be streamed on my Twitch. I promise. And that
really
it got a
hard.
call out. As a huge
Yeah.
Tales fan, the fact that Tales of Hearts R was specifically mentioned by name sends my heart a Twitter.
As it should.
Also good to see more of No Man's Sky. Also
Oh, that-
earlier in that
Yeah,
part of it.
Space dinosaurs, space rhinos.
I got good reception.
I think that'll be cool.
Only thing it was missing was the space Denny's, really.
Saw Mortal Kombat X gameplay. Good to see.
a couple new characters, brand new
That's
Mortal
right,
Kombat
brand new
characters.
Mortal Kombat characters. The part where it struggled least, though, and you laughed understandably so, Powers.
Sorry, guy.
Get that guy off the stage. Stop talking.
I'm happy for you. You can write amazing comics, and Marvel talks to you about what they should do, but you just kind of rambled and tooted your own horn.
And I don't think that E3 was the right venue or
No.
forum to make that announcement.
No,
like,
no.
Or
At
make
all.
it shorter and then go into more
Yeah.
detail, like in PlayStation forums or something
or
like
even just
that.
later in the week, just not during the freaking conference.
PlayStation Plus, you see it for free, though. You should see the Ratchet and Clank movie. The game, though. The game being reimagined, redone for PlayStation 4 in 2015. That's the bigger news there.
That was good.
I'm surprised
news.
they didn't talk about that more. It seemed like
yeah.
it was just kind of
fleeting
the
slid under-
Ratchet
yeah.
and Clank movie. It'll be out and it'll be awesome. And we're
wait, by the
remaking
way,
the
the game.
original game for PS4. But
Probably so it
yeah.
fits a little bit more in line with the movie as well. I'm gonna probably see some changes there,
Maybe.
but give it some strafing.
Oh, yeah.
I watched some struggling from Tony when he tried to run through the games again.
Yeah.
He tried, and there was no strafe.
And we're starting to come out of the truck, and we're going back up with The Last of Us.
You're gonna say
Why do you show spoilers in the trailer?
kind of
Yeah.
just up a.
Why do you show spoilers in the trailer for The Last of Us?
was it good that I covered my eyes?
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I caught nothing.
July 29th, 2014. So that's on PlayStation 4. MGS5 trailer. Looks great.
We think.
Probably.
The frame rate was kind of chunky, so we'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah.
But we think it was really cool.
Grand Theft Auto 5 on PlayStation 4 this fall.
Yeah.
Online from
bringing 360 saves to PS4
for the online
now,
portion,
remember,
not necessarily
the question
campaign.
did say PlayStation 4
and Xbox One
360
or Xbox One,
PS3 and 360.
Yeah.
So PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. Let's get that clear.
Yeah.
So we'll have to talk semantics if that works, but we'll see.
Yeah, like I said before, when they announced it, they didn't actually say exclusively.
They never said the term exclusive.
They never said the term exclusive.
And they have been running that word out this entire E3.
So I agree, but why, if all the games that Microsoft showed, if they have it too, how do you not pull that card?
Yeah.
Like, how do you not do that?
Rockstar has the history with Sony, though.
Yes. Very, very why would they be able to dictate what Microsoft, announces?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Because it's a very weird situation.
Phil Spencer can just drop that.
Batman Arkham Knight,
whatever,
beautiful, awesome.
Yeah,
and then
gorgeous.
Uncharted 4. Not much of a teaser trailer, or more of a teaser trailer.
Yeah,
but
it was on lines with the original Uncharted 2 scene where he's like bleeding from the frozen train, or him waking up in the desert. It was that.
But at least we know that it's Drake and Sully.
Damn pretty.
It's,
And Drake has his wedding ring.
Yep.
Yeah. That's the most important part.
He's still married.
Yeah.
And he looks like Nathan Fillion.
Yeah. Way too much like Nathan.
So I know this
A
is
Thief's End. It's a new miracle title.
Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. They say one last time.
A few times.
Just bring it out. 2015. Probably holiday 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll probably see a demo next year at E3.
Then?
Yeah.
How many titles did we see for 2014 then?
A few.
And that's the thing. We also saw the Bloodborne, which is the Project Beast from Software.
That was great to see.
Timing on that though.
Far Cry 4 is going to be this year.
Well, again, like all these things, like it's third party still. I think it's still a little shaky on the first party front. Little Big Planet 3 is going to be the big one, obviously. But I think it's still a little shaky. I don't think that's fully resolved. So I know this has gone on a little longer compared to our other ones, but
it was a longer show. There was more to cover for sure.
Just a lot to talk about. So I guess let's wrap it up. Grades.
Definitely.
Sorry.
Yeah. Gonna have to go with probably A- B+. It did hang so hard there in the middle, but it got to the point where I walked out of the room. But with all the content, so tied with Microsoft, I'm gonna go with A-.
That's why I can't give it an A+. It's just it chugged hard in the beginning, but just
the middle.
Come on, there was so much stuff. It was.
I would almost say it was like the second third or the last third of it, because it hour of awesomeness, and then it was like 15, 20 or so minutes that it
it was closer to a half an hour.
It was a little
because then they had an extra half hour to bring back up.
They had him come out and say
the whole thing was pretty much like an hour 45. It was close to 2 hours. So what are you giving it?
I'm gonna probably give it an A-. I thought it was a bit better than Microsoft, even though it chugged in parts. There was genuine surprises. That's probably partly just because of the leak. There was no leaks, which with Uncharted and things like that, that's a credit almost to Sony. But just with Little Big Planet coming out of nowhere,
that was a great surprise.
Grim Fandango, I thought they had a really good range of games that almost a broader range of people might like than Microsoft did. Not great because it did chug, but I would say solid A-.
And I'll do A- as well. I think it's very close with Microsoft. I think it's really preferential. It's whatever you prefer more. Because Microsoft did have the slew of games. They had a little less time, so people might like the pacing. It's going to all fall back to stupid fanboy wars anyway. I preferred this one. So if I had to choose between the two, I liked Sony's more. But if I had to give a grade, they each kind of had,
They had pluses and minuses to both of them.
Absolutely.
I think I enjoyed Microsoft's a little bit more, but, I've never been too big into Sony, and this just gave me a lot of floating numbers. I didn't see anything I could solidly hold on to and go, okay, now I'm getting this over this. I do plan on getting both consoles sooner or later, but
Yeah.
For a first purchase, I think I might swing a little bit more towards the Xbox One.
Interesting, yeah, because you have all the Halo stuff. You do
Halo
enjoy all that
though.
stuff. But no, I mean, both good conferences.
Very good conferences.
Good conferences.
Monday was strong to start, strong to end. The middle was a little shaky.
E and UB, yeah.
A little different from last year, where Ubisoft came out so hard.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But yeah, to end,
I think it was a good, strong beginning and end. Overall, the big two, I think, really showed off what they did. One thing with Sony, I wish they were more specific on, or they had broken up their press conference a bit, like Microsoft did. Like, all the games up until X point will be 2014.
Yeah, I think that was a strength of Microsoft.
Yeah,
I think that Microsoft gave their press conference
the
like that.
microphones.
So yeah,
there's
I don't know if that was
just tech errors.
Yeah, I don't know if that was just on IGN side or if that was
not sure
elsewhere.
Twitter was lighting up about the.
Okay.
And I doubt Hulk Smash had anything to do with it.
That was pretty great.
That was good. I mean, yeah, it was just solid. So we'll see what happens tomorrow with Nintendo. It's going to be a big Nintendo day.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can bring it as well.
Nintendo.
And Nintendo.
Sure. Nintendo.
And I think they could still have the opportunity.
They could
to win E3.
If Nintendo brings out all like their big guns or a majority of their big guns. I mean,
this is the year to do it. Otherwise,
This is like I think the last year
big
Nintendo
E3,
really has before.
It's got the life support on Smash, and then what do they got?
Exactly. They need like all hands on deck. But
right. I don't know. I guess I'm kind of concerned of, other than their primary first party, nostalgia factor games, like what's really going to sustain Nintendo as far as I guess like new IP goes.
Right.
So I'm a little worried. I'm a little worried that anything Nintendo will bring will really, if you're being serious, match up.
The good thing I think though about the Nintendo Direct digital event, you're not going to have demos that take up a chunk of time.
No,
I think it's going to be trailer, a quick announcement, on to the next thing. So I think with the 1 hour they can fit a lot in. We'll see tomorrow. We'll be back then. Keep it here at Show Me Your News.
night, everybody.